Well, thousands of people are protesting in the Georgian capital, Tbilisi, against the so-called foreign influence law. The legislation will require organisations receiving funds from abroad to register as foreign agents. Opponents say it could be used to crack down on groups critical of the government and damage Georgia's ambitions of joining the European Union. Well, for more on this, Thornike Gordadze is Georgia's former Deputy Foreign Minister in charge of relations with the European Union, and he joins us now from Paris. Thanks very much for being with us here on Al Jazeera. First of all, why is this law back on the table again after it was withdrawn last year, after massive protests, which we are seeing again?
Well, it's quite difficult to say what is the real motivation of the billionaire oligarch who is who is controlling the government in Georgia and who informally controls the government in Georgia. Probably this is something linked to his relations with Russia, because it's a way to demonstrate, to show its loyalty to Russia. Russia is asking neighboring countries, the countries that Russia considers of being under their influence, to adopt this kind of law. Recently, Kyrgyzstan has adopted this law, which is a copy-paste of the Russian law. So this is a sign of loyalty for the countries that Russia wants to control, to have under influence. And also, the second explanation is that Georgia will have very important parliamentary elections in October, and the ruling party, according to different opinion polls, is not in the situation to win these elections. And before elections, the government and the ruling party will try to shut down the most vocal, critical media and civil society organizations.
Can we just take it back a step? Who is this billionaire that you say is behind the scenes pulling the strings, and how has he gained so much power, and why is he wanting to use it in this way?
It's Mr. Bidzina Ivanishvili, who was one of the most influential oligarchs in Russia in the 90s. He's a Georgian. He was born in Georgia, but he earned his money in Russia in the 90s, mainly under Yeltsin. So he came back to Georgia in 2004, and he got involved in politics in 2010, 2011. So his influence is very big in Georgia, because his personal wealth is something corresponding to 1/3 of the annual GDP of the whole country.
Okay.
Mr. Ivanishvili has a political party called Georgian Dream, which in the recent years has shown its very authoritarian tendencies and clear rapprochement with Russia.
Right. I mean, if this was implemented, if this law was implemented, how would it actually look? What would it actually do?
So this law will qualify, as it was said previously, almost all independent media plus civil society organizations as foreign agents. And if they refuse to be registered as foreign agents, they will be first fined. They will face very important fines to pay. And in case they refuse, and they will refuse, they will be shut down. So it's a way to silence the country's opposition and just free opinion in this country. So this is a very serious, very grave violation of fundamental rights and fundamental principles of democracy.
Okay, we'll have to leave it there, but we do appreciate your insight into all of this and explaining this for us. That is Thornike Gordadze, Georgia's former Deputy Foreign Minister in charge of relations with the EU. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.